What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today, we're going to be going back and visiting Kingdom New Lands. I figured what we'll do here today, so they released, actually, the developers being the cool guys that they are, they released a completely free DLC to their game called Skull Island. We don't have access to Skull Island yet in this game because I've never beaten any of the stuff that it's got going on. I actually never completed the game. So what I figured we would do here today, just to do something a little bit unique, is we go back. There's not a whole lot of indie games coming out right now. There's not a whole lot of things blowing up the industry at the moment. And so we've got a little bit of time to double back and do some stuff that we were never able to do before. And so my recommendation would be we should do a preliminary island. Let's get ourselves back into the game, get reused to the whole thing, and then once we get reused to the whole thing, that's when we'll go ahead and go after Skull Island, because I've been reading up on it. It seems like it's basically the hard mode for the game with new stuff out there to do. So we'll do the island that's before Skull Island, and then I think that one right there is Skull Island, although it's possible it's behind the clouds right here. I don't really know, but either way, let's do a level. I think it'll be a good time. It shouldn't last more than an episode or two in order for us to do a level, and then we'll go from there, all right? So Kingdom New Lands. If you haven't had a chance to see it already, I'll have a link to the DLC down below. If you haven't revisited the game anytime recently, I personally think now would be the time to do it. They've given you more content to play around with, so let's start it on off. All right, so we're in game right now. This is one of the later islands, so we're going to start off next to a busted boat. We are a king with a super awesome cape and pants so white. For such a dirty world, nobody knows how he keeps them so white. We somehow manage, though. Somehow I Manage by Michael Scott. Let's go ahead and ride out to the right. I don't know if you guys know that about me. I'm one of the world's biggest Office fans. I've watched The Office, like, the full, season, all of it, from start to finish, probably about 50 times. I love The Office. It's one of my favorite shows ever made. And so we got some coins right there. We should be able to get started. We got that, so let's light a fire. That'll get the city going, and then from there, we'll hire these two guys. We only got a couple of coins left, and so my suggestion would be that we go ahead and maybe we buy... There we go. That looks good. We'll buy a bow right there so that somebody can hunt and earn us a little bit more money. And my interest would actually be in getting that other guy a hammer. But the first thing I like to do when I land on a new map is let's just ride around. Let's survey the land. Let's figure out what's going on so that we can get some money together. Oh, there's a treasure chest right there. That looks good. That'll give us a little bit of seed money to get started, which is great. I don't think we're going to need much more than that. That should be enough coinage to really get our economy booming. If you've never seen this game before, it's basically a side-scrolling colony builder indie game where your goal is to escape the island by building a boat. And the island is going to be actively trying to kill you. 100%. And so this is one of those games where if you let it run for too long, the game will murder you. The point, you probably want to be off of this island by, I don't know, day 30 or so is usually what I aim for. If you stay too long, the game will start to freeze you out and cause all kinds of other problems. Bad stuff happens at night. Well, we weren't able to see what was all the way to the right on this map because our horse gassed out because, you know, of course, we're going to get the one asthmatic horse. We've got some kind of, forest murderer hut out here that we're not able to utilize just yet. Are you able to eat or anything like that? You can make him eat on top of grass. What I really like about this game is it's kind of an emergent strategy colony builder game, in that, you don't know what a lot of the stuff is inside the game until you try it out and try to find out. That lit up, which is all kinds of bad, so let's maybe not stand next to that for right now. That seems like a pretty bad plan for our health. That's going to be a portal. Enemies are going to spawn in. They're going to try and murder our city every now and again because they just can't stand to see the shine that comes off of our crown. We're out here getting money, being all baller, you know, praising the monarchy, or at least forcing other people to praise our monarchy. And they just can't stand that. Bunch of crabs in a bucket, dude. Bunch of crabs in a bucket. They can't stand to see another man shining. And so they got to try and take us down. For this other little worker over here, what I'd like to do for him is I'll probably give him a hammer. There we go. You caught anything? Oh, wow. You actually did pretty well. Nice job, man. I'll probably, since that one over here lit up, I'll probably try to get a wall made over on this side. Oh, snakes. Shoot him. There you go. Thank you. We have no means ourselves, and we have no way to actually kill the enemies that are coming after us. That's not something that we have the capacity for. We have no violence, we have no sword, we have no machine gun, we have no, AK-47. Whatever it is that you want to have, we don't have that. We probably want to ride around and see if there's anybody we can recruit out here. And indeed, there's a couple of peasants on this side. I would like for them to join up. I'm going to protect them by just giving him a coin for free at the beginning of the night. You can get rid of some of the bad guys just by dropping a coin on the ground. That's all that they're coming after, is they just want your giant dinner plate coins. Those giant slabs of gold that somehow we carry around on our person. Don't ask me. I assume that our king must be a very, very mighty soul. Incredibly stout if he can carry that stuff. You know, a lot of people don't realize how much gold weighs because we've never actually seen, being average people, we've never seen a quantity of gold like a gold brick. We've never got a chance to lift it. My buddy went to a party where he works for a guy who's like a mega bazillionaire, and he like took all of his employees out to like a dinner that was for a whole bunch of like charity fundraiser type deal, and everybody was invited. And when he went there, they were auctioning off a gold bar for charity, like an actual like gold bullion, like a big old brick of gold. And you could go over and you could like touch it. There was a guard there, but you could like pick it up. And my buddy was saying just like how impressive, how heavy that damn thing was. He was like, dude, you would not believe how heavy a gold bar is. It is crazy heavy. Let's get a couple more bows over here because we are going to need to earn money if we want to make this happen. I'm going to ride off to the right. I'm going to give them an opportunity to sort of get their money together and do their thing. I probably should have told them to build the left wall first. But we don't have a whole lot of cash right now. Our horse is already gassed out. Dude, I'm telling you, this horse has the worst cardiovascular health ever. What kind of horse did we get? It's like a horse from the 80s that grew up smoking, man. I don't know. I feel like everything in the 80s was less efficient. Like the 70s and the 80s, we were building cars that were super crazy. I'm going to have him eat some grass real quick before the sun comes up. If your horse eats grass, he actually recharges faster than if you let him do it the native way. I'm not going to mess with that. It's probably going to be lit up when we come back because the universe is cruel and unkind. That right there is a tech shrine. That allows us to move up to the Stone Age with all of our technology. Now, we are going to struggle a little bit because we don't actually have any recruitment zones around here. If we had recruitment zones, this would be a lot easier, but unfortunately, all the places we can get troops from are a long ways away. The right-hand side of the map, there's our archer statue. That's pretty far, too. Yikes. Now, this map is not generous. This is a rough map right here. There's some dudes we can recruit right there. I will do that. I don't think they're going to be successful. It's going to take them a long-ass time to get back to our base. And my thought is, given the sheer volume of enemies on this side, that they're probably going to get beat up. So when your little guys get run up on by the little bad guys, okay, so the bad guys are going to be coming from the right. We know that now. That means the boat and everything else has got to be to the left. And so we know not to mess with this direction. I may send out raids. You can destroy these little gates right here. This is where the bad guys come from. When you destroy the gates, though, you give yourself a blood moon. If you've never played this game before, every 5 or 6 nights or so, you're going to get a blood moon, which is essentially where the game throws everything in the kitchen sink at you to try to destroy your city. You don't want that to happen, because if the crown gets knocked off of your head, you lose. That's game over. There ain't no coming back from that. You can also lose by mismanaging your economy so that you can't produce enough soldiers in order to get by. But by and large, it's going to be the bad guys trying to tear down your walls that are going to be the biggest problem. So as soon as our horse stops being exasperated here, we'll run his ass back to base, and we will hope that this turns out to be a good idea. This is not a murderer shack right here. I was just making a joke. There's a little old man that lives inside, a little Yoda-looking dude, and you can pop him onto your back, and then you can carry him back to town. And when you take him back to town, he's able to upgrade your towers further than they would normally be able to be upgraded. He's a siege engineer or something like that, I think is the official name of him, or like a siege specialist or something. This dude's trying to get us. Take a coin and go away. Especially since I don't want him to mess with my guys that are trying to walk back to base right now. Oh, there's another one. Well, my guys might not make it back to base. There's a reasonable probability that they're going to get eaten by monsters on the way back, and I'm going to have just wasted those coins. So, yeah, we try our best. At least we've got a location on the left that's reasonably well able to be recruited from, but a big portion of your game in this title is going to be running back and forth trying to recruit people, because if you can't recruit anybody, you can't make any money, and you can't defend your walls, and the whole thing just turns into a mess. We got both of our walls up right here. He actually didn't kill anything, which is concerning. Those dudes are probably going to get through the gate because this guy shoots terribly. Yeah. You might want to try and actually hit somebody with an arrow, bro. Might be a good idea. Dude, the skill with which you are missing right now. What do you have, like, level 100 in missing? Good lord. If he lucks out and he kills that last one, I will be incredibly surprised. Just shoot him, man. Good lord. Why are you so bad at your job? There we go. He accidentally killed him. I'll take an accidental casualty. I'm totally fine by that. Accidental casualty is just as good as an intentional one. Let's chop down some forest over here because I think we're going to need to. I'm going to save a couple of coins. We're going to go over to this village right here, and bam, and bam. We're going to get them all nice and suited up. I will bribe them with a little bit of coinage to come back and to support our kingdom and our realm. As he chops down trees, we should be able to sell the lumber for 2 coins, at least in the beginning of the game. I think sometimes you get 2 coins for this. at the minimum, you get your coins back. So if you're worried about that, at least you're not, like, wasting money. So it looks like we just get the 1 coin back right there. A little bit unfortunate, but the reason we want to chop down the forest is because there's not enough hunting land right now. So surrounding your city, what you want there to be around your city is you want there to be... Well, around your city, you want there to be, like, these little grassland tiles. They'll start spawning over here. You'll see them in a minute now that we've knocked out the forest. And the little grassland tiles are what allows rabbits to spawn. We don't have any areas right now that the rabbits can spawn inside of, and that puts us in a bit of a precarious situation. And so what we want to do is we want to chop down some forests so that our rabbit hunting can take over as our main economic engine, and we can start to get the fuels of industry burning. We can start making some money off of the furs and the pelts and all that kind of stuff. When those 2 guys get back into town, I'm going to equip one up with some coins right there. There we go. Come get yourself a bow, buddy. Come get yourself a bow. The more shooters we have, the more comfortable I'll feel about our future. Although we did come into this sort of pseudo-hard mode. To describe to you a little bit, coming into this with... So the way the game's supposed to be played is you play the previous map and you can come in with a full coin purse and you can just, like, dominate hella hard. We didn't do that, so we're technically playing the game on hard mode right now, which we're going to struggle with. We're going to struggle a tiny little bit. But if we can get things to work the way we want them to work, we should be able to pull it through and make a little bit of money here. They're not killing anything over on this side either, and so my hope is that maybe through hunting we'll be able to get this thing satisfactorily taken care of. There's another coin back right there. I'm just going to have him chop, 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 chop. Get this tree too. It might be a little bit overly risky, but yeah, get that tree. There you go. Perfect. Nice. So we got all our coins back. Hopefully all these bushes will turn into grasslands, and I'll show you the graphic for the thing that we're looking for in just a minute. Basically, there's going to be these little grassy patches that start to pop up in the background. They've got like little, I don't know, dendrites and things sticking off of them. Basically little limbs and stuff like that, and that's how you know that an area is going to be stocked up for rabbits. As of right now, though, we actually... There it is right there. That's what it looks like. So this is going to constantly spawn rabbits. That's a really good thing. If you can get 2 of those on one side, hunters can earn more money than farmers or any other unit in the game just by, like, doing their thing. And so we want that grass patch right there is going to help. That'll probably get us, like, 5 or 6 coins a day. If one pops up over here, that'd be great as well. But we kind of got to wait and see. Oh, these 2 guys made it, did they? I am super surprised. It took them 2 days to walk back to our base, but they made it. Wow. I will take it. I'm going to watch their backs right now, and I'm going to sacrifice coins if I have to in order to make sure that they have what they need in order to get the job done. I want them to get into the city, and I don't want them to get robbed. Because if they lose their loot, that sucks for us. And so that ran them off perfectly fine right there. These 2 guys are ready to go. Let's get them both all nice and armed. They have weapons now, so we can earn money. Please stop going to the right-hand side of the wall. I need more people over here on the left. I definitely need more hunters over here because we actually have grasslands on that side that are going to be useful. We're going to allow them to do their thing for a little bit. Hopefully they earn some money right here. I'm going to run off to the left, and I'm just going to get like a mental tab on what's over here so that we can make it work for us. If those guys made it all the way back without getting murdered, that's not that bad. I was expecting them to get whapped and taken out, but we're already on day 4 right now, which puts us in a bit of a precarious spot because we want to be making progress. We want to be doing well. Oh, there's another engineer's hut over here. Okay. Interesting enough. That tree scared me. There was like a little shadow on the back side of it that made me be like, oh, what is that? Made me a little bit scared. A little bit of skirdzes. Is there anything out further over here, or is this basically all that we've got? I'm looking for treasure chests, things like that that can give me a nice little infusion of cash. If I can get, like, I don't know, 10 or 15 coins for free, that'd be great. We didn't spawn into a map that had the merchant available. There is a little guy that walks around the map, and if you give him a coin, he'll invest it, and he'll come back with, like, 15 coins the next day. But he doesn't look to have spawned on our map, so that's unfortunately going to be a financial base that we're missing out on. It may be possible that he's only available on the first couple maps as sort of a crutch for new players. Oh, we do have another camp over here. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to keep going just in case there's anything of use over here. We got our 1 treasure chest, but I'd love to get a second one. I think a lot of the time the map will have 2 treasure chests on it, and that'd be fantastico. However, we don't want to get caught out after dark because we are a little bit weak for that. It's about halfway through the day. There's the dock. So the goal of the game is to build the boat, and then your soldiers will push the boat all the way over to here. Your city has to hold, and hopefully your boat doesn't get overrun before you're able to get people back to where they need to come from. I'm going to run back to base, and we'll see what our take is off of some of the little hunting areas that we have available. If the right-hand side hasn't earned any money, I'll probably keep bulldozing trees and doing the best I can with it. But we'll sort it out. All right, so we're coming back up on home. It's been a long ride. The map actually extends for quite some way in a direction that I really don't feel like pushing. But let's see what our little rabbit farmers have managed to push through over here. Hopefully they've done a good job and they've been very productive. My horse is all filled up. What do you guys have for me? 4 coins. I feel like you could have done better than that. But, you know, I'm not going to pistol whip a blind kid over here. I think we'll just... see, you guys on the right-hand side were getting it. So it looks like they got 2 rabbit fields over here. Good. Very good. So I'm going to upgrade our town. There it goes right there. Build that up a little bit. Becomes a tent city. If I build it up again, we'll get new walls, and that'll be pretty rad. We have 3 archers over here. Increases the chances of maybe us killing something. But this is going to be one of the harder maps, so keep that in mind. We're going to want to get these walls upgraded with some of the extra money that we have, just so there's a little bit more HPs inside those things. As the sun goes down, or I'm sorry, as the moon goes down, I know the difference between day and night. I'm not stupid. I know the difference. I can't upgrade that more than once a day, I don't think. Our builder is going to work on that right there. After he gets done, I don't know if I'm going to queue up more trees for chopping. I probably should, but I'm not gonna. You two guys, come back to town. One of you is going to grab a hammer, and you're going to be a builder. We're going to need at least 6 builders, and we're going to need at least like 15 to 20 archers. And so it's going to take us a little bit of time. Given the fact that we don't have any really fantastic recruitment zones, did you guys just kill a deer? What happened over here? You guys have way more coins than I'm used to you having. How did you guys financially enrich yourself? Didn't you know that's only a job for the king? Go ahead and get that upgraded as well. We'll get some palisades rocking, and that is going to give us access. Get a couple more bows over there. That's going to give us access to farmers. If you get scythes and you give them to your little guys, they will become farmers, which means that they can go out and till the land, and they can make a whole bunch of money. Not like a ridiculous amount, but in this game, you kind of want to be rolling around with a full wallet as much as possible. If you don't... Ooh, there we go. Very nice. Thank you for that money, buddy. I appreciate you taking the time to pay your taxes. A lot of people normally, don't around here, and I appreciate the fact that you did. What's up, man? What you got over here for me? You got anything? Just 1 coin apiece? I'll probably try to push this back over to here so we can get this farm right here. And then when I grab my next little batch of dudes, I'll probably only be able to push this back to here. But the good news is we can get a wall right here in this little dirt mound. We can push these trees back to, right here. Hopefully that won't delete this camp. If it does, when you clear the forest back, it kills the camp sometimes. And so... watch out for that as a potential consequence of the actions you are undertaking. It can happen from time to time. He got a coin for me. Nice. Who got coins? Yeah, yeah. He got coins. Don't sue me, Disney. Who got coins? Yeah, yeah. You got anything for me? These furthest out hunters tend to have the good stuff. On this side, I'll probably hang out right here until I know bad guys are coming. And then if I find that most of the way through the night there's no baddies around, what I'll try to do is go grab the guys all the way over on the right just so we can get a little infusion of manpower. The best way for this to work is when you've actually got 2 camps on either side of you that are within 2 walls distance from you so that you can get the catapult, and then from there you can just keep recruiting and get 4 people a day. That's where you've actually got the recipe for a super hardcore winning formula. Downside there is eventually you're probably going to have to kill off one of your walls and kill off, one of your respawning camps. Otherwise, you won't be able to expand out and get farms or anything like that. But I need farmers, and I need a couple other people that are going to be useful. We haven't expanded the walls out far enough yet, so it's not that big of a concern at this direct moment. But I might give it a go. Let's hypercharge our horse off the power of grass. That's right, eat some dirt, horse. That's what horses eat, right? Just big old mounds of dirt. I always see them standing around in dirt fields, so that makes sense. Dirt makes the horse feel full. Delicious wonder horse. What's the word in German for dirt? Is it just like dirten? I don't know. What's the word in German for dirt? Oh, we got a blood moon already? Oh, that sucks. I didn't expect us to have a blood moon already on day 5. Well, damn, we're about to get rolled out on. Never mind that. It's going to be coming from this direction because we know the bad guys are that way. We found their big old black onyx cave over there, and so that's what we got to watch out for. Hopefully the walls are good enough. If the walls aren't good enough to hold, we only got 4 people on either wall, and for a blood moon, I'm not convinced that that's going to be... I don't think that's going to be good enough. I'm a little scared. The blood moon actually won't end until the bad guys get here, in case you were wondering about that. Did the blood moon come from the left? I don't see anything this way, so I'm just going to go. We got to get ahead of this moon if we want to recruit these guys over here and also upgrade to stone, which I think is going to be increasingly necessary given the lack of firepower we have. I hope we didn't get wiped on the left. If we got wiped on the left, this is going to be a bad look. Looks like they're still fighting with them. Oh, no, we survived it. Whether or not they broke through the left-hand side and made it all the way over to the right to mess with us, we don't know, but we'll check the damage in just a second when we get back to town. So this was the first thing that I was looking for. This is going to allow me to go up to the stone tier, which is going to be super important. If we can't get stone walls, we aren't going to hold past day 10. Without stone walls, this is going to be a very, very short trip into oblivion. We're going to kind of ride out, dive down the tunnel, and get choked out and smoked out, and all of a sudden yoked out. I'm hoping there's more grass over here too, otherwise we're not going to make it, but I really don't like the fact that the Archer Shrine is so far away too. That makes it actually tangibly difficult for me to get over here and fix anything that goes wrong in that regard. There we go. Perfect. Give the horse a little bit of time to rest, unless he's still got Sparklefoot. That's how you know that he ate grass recently. He has little Sparklefoots. So he's out of Sparklefoot right now. Our horse cocaine is finally worn off. He's not looking all red-eyed and psychotic anymore. Let's take him back over left-hand side, and when we get back inside of town, we'll survey the damage and see what happened. I'd be willing to bet that we probably got wiped on the left-hand wall, is my thought. Give the horse a second to gas back up. Alright, so base camp. Let's see what the damage is so far. We've got coins. I'm going to need a few more, though. If I have to re-recruit everybody on this left-hand side... Oh, the wall stayed up. Looky there. We got ourselves a Christmas miracle. Okay, well, give me some coins so I can upgrade the walls. We get freestone walls if I push this up to, like, a higher tier, I think. And so I may try to do that. It's going to give you freestone walls on this side if you dump enough money into it. And freestone walls are way better than stone walls that I have to pay for. This guy over here being my expeditionary force, pushing out into the darkness. Hopefully those two dudes make it back. We just had a blood moon. This guy right here is an investment banker. If you throw him a whole bunch of coins... For the next couple days, he'll give you 5 coins every single time you go past him. So for like 3 or 4 days straight, he'll give you 5 coins every time you go past him. And so basically you're taking a big influx of cash that you have right now, and you're trading it for cash that's going to be coming in fluidly over the course of the next few days. We do have recruits over here. It's a little bit closer to nightfall than I'd like, and I don't really want to waste money on them, but I'm going to try. I don't think we're going to get attacked since we had a blood moon last night. But you can never quite account for it. Sometimes the game gets a little bit extra aggressive. And extra, and it can be a bit of a pain in the ass when that happens. However, if we can get these 4 workers all up and inside of our town, bim, bam, bomb, we're going to be able to have a few more. I think I'll probably turn 2 of them into hammer guys, and then I'll probably turn a couple of them into archers so that we can rebolster the walls ever so slightly. You know, we're in a good position, but we're in a bad position. Like, the right-hand side of the map is really ugly, but the left-hand side of the map, I think, is totally workable. I don't see any bad guys coming in, so I'm just going to let them do their thing for right now. And with what we have over here, you guys get yourself 1 hammer right there, and then we'll put a couple bows over here. You guys got any more money for me? You got a little bit right there. I'll take another bow, too. Hopefully we didn't get attacked from this side either. That way all 4 guys will make it on into town by the end of today, and we will have options. We've built ourselves a longhouse. We're getting all Vikingy. Sounds fantastic to me. You guys go out and hunt, and it's time for me to break off my episode. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for an episode of Kingdoms New Land, or Kingdom New Land. It's not pluralized. They released a DLC. You should absolutely go check it out. You should go support the developers. They've given you free content for a game that they really didn't have to do that. This game's been out for a while, and they didn't have to expand it any further. So that was very kind and generous of them. If you wanted to support me, alternatively, you can totally do that by just clicking like on this video. If you like the video, it helps out more than you know. In addition, if you wanted to help a little bit further, you can go on over to Patreon. It's a great way to support me and get some extra little fun bonuses here and there for yourself. And then on top of that, if you wanted to hang out live, you can do that every single day at twitch.tv/SplatterCatGaming. Thank you for joining me. I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.